Power N Blaso, and I am triggered. I'm livid. I'm upset. Like any adjective that goes with that, like that's what I am right now. So please bear with me. Because I'm just figuring out this news. I haven't had the time to put my thoughts into order, but I know what I'm feeling, so I'm just gonna like let it out.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Today, we're going to be talking about the riots happening in DC as we speak. Since this was such a last minute video, I couldn't schedule for me and my friends to come together, but they are here to talk about it. I have Taylor, Willow, and Jumana, who will all be expressing their feelings on what's happening. Here we go.
Like, I'm seeing it on Twitter, like, it's just happened. Because, like, the people who are tweeting about it are tweeting, like, within 10 minutes. But whatever. But I don't get it. You let all these white people... Okay, first of all, even before they broke into the building, they were pushing cops. They were beating up cops all day. But somehow they were able to break into a government building. See, we wouldn't have made it that far because we all seen the Black Lives Matter protest. Like, people were literally holding signs and chanting, but all of a sudden, they were getting maced, getting shot at with rubber bullets. Like, we've all seen people lose eyes because of these protests. So, and I'm seeing your text right now. What happened to Blue Lives Matter, baby? They did not care about Blue Lives Matter because they don't respect the police either. Literally, they just don't like black people. They see that blue lives, first of all, blue lives, whatever. They see that cops don't respect black people, so therefore they're going to respect the fact that they don't like black people. But at the end of the day, they don't like being told what to do. They want to do what they want to do. So they're going to disrespect cops. We just can't. And first of all, I don't even know why they're disrespecting the cops, because that's what y'all are twins. It's twinning them, like, very much related, like, very much mirror reflection, like, cop, Trump supporter, white supremacist, y'all all the same to me. That's all I gotta say. And wait a minute, I think these protests have been happening for a while, because I think sometime during winter break or before winter break, one of them Proud Boys stabbed some people. So, like, they should have been and they haven't been mazed. So, like, what's up with that? Okay, let me think of something. Has any Black Lives Matter protester stabbed a white supremacist? I don't think so. I've seen that little white boy with the gun shooting at people, killing people, first of all. And people swear he was in the right because he was defending himself because the protesters were attacking him. But guess what? You shouldn't have been in the first place. Why are you crossing state lines as a 17-year-old with a gun? Like, that makes no sense. Like, of course people are going to shoot you because you're protecting businesses. The businesses didn't hire you to protect them. If they wanted protection, they should have been there. How about that? You're a murderer. And I'm seeing a video of them putting up a cross in front of the buildings. But what about them? Anything they're doing is godlike. Like, let me tell you something. God don't like ugly, and y'all will be dealt with. Trust me.
I don't get it. I really don't. It's peaceful protesters just marching, just doing what they do, kneeling. It's a whole line. You got tear gas everywhere. You got rubber bullets everywhere. They were literally saying, "Let us through," and pushing the policemen on the ground, walking in between their line, and they didn't do anything. Crazy.
Taylor, I'm weak. I'm dead.
The thing is, this stuff happens in Canada and England too. It's just that the Americans, the thing is, this stuff happens in Canada and England too. It's just that the Americans, well, the white people at least, are dumb enough to record it and then post it on the internet. Like, yeah, it happens in other countries, but we're broadcasting it because we are attention seekers. Oh my gosh, now they're like in the building and going through people's computers. Like, they're all going to jail. And they're posting about it on Twitter. Like, they're bragging about it on Twitter. Like, you're going to be visited by the Secret Service. They are going to get you.
You are lying. You're lying. They're getting people's info. This is terrorism. That's what this is. Like, for real, and it's crazy. They'll be like, Muslims is. No. These white people, terrorists. This is crazy.
Like, the racism in this is just so blatant. Like, they're not even covering it up. Like, this is Washington D.C., where the president lives. Washington D.C. And you're telling me a bunch of white people were able to stab people, destroy property, yell at cops, and all this, and there's no repercussions. But when we do it, we're shot at, we're called a bunch of animals, and like, just a bunch of people telling us how to protest and all this other stuff. So, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going to go on Instagram for a few days, and if I don't see those same white people who are talking about these people are uncivilized animals, they shouldn't, there's a way to protest racism, all this stuff. If I don't see them comment on something, well, we you know. I see how it is. You're just racist. Like, come on now.
Trump says to his protesters, you can't see my fingers, but I'm doing quotes, stay peaceful. But when we were protesting for a black man being unjustly murdered, he called us thugs. I really don't understand.
You have these Trump supporters, right? They're in our Capitol. They're beating up police officers. You have them climbing up on windows, banging on the windows for the Senate. They're breaking into Capitol buildings. All of this, right? And you look it up, and guess what you see? They're protesters. They're protesters. And it baffles me. It truly does baffles me how blatant the racism is here in America, because months ago in the summer, early fall, you had Black Lives Matter protests going around, right? We're fighting for our right to live. Most of it is peaceful. We get tear gas thrown at us. We get beaten up. Rubber bullets springing everywhere. And this is a peaceful protest. I'm upset. I'm really upset. Like, and what was all this talk about Blue Lives Matters? Blue Lives Matter. You're beating up the cops right now. It's just, they like to take little things just so that they can support their hatred for other people. And if we were to ever take it this far, if Black people were to ever take it this far, we would be considered animals. We would have been considered savages for it. And how is this not considered a form of terrorism? Is this not terrorism? Is this not the literal definition of terrorism? Like, you're literally in the street shooting up everything. This is terrorism, but it's not, because they're white. I'm just sorry. It's a rant. I know I'm not really talking into complete sentences, but I'm upset.
I just want to know why these Trump supporters are getting special privilege. If these people were Muslim, then the media would have been calling them out by saying that they're doing quote-unquote terrorist attacks and would have blown this whole event up. What these Trump supporters are doing are terrorist attacks. They don't deserve special privilege just because they're white. That's white privilege. So far, only one person was injured. If these supporters were Muslims or Black, then they would have been shot at or tear gassed on.
And they aren't fighting for human rights. They aren't fighting, they're fighting because they didn't get their way. And all of this just because they didn't get their way. I'm done. I don't know. Be mature. You didn't win the election, okay? Not everybody gets their way. And thank you guys so much, Taylor, Willow, and Jumana, for agreeing to speak on this on the show today. Again, I wish they could have been here because it would have been like fired up. But again, very last minute. But this is how they're feeling, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you could, please subscribe so that you can stay updated on some more content. Bye, guys.